Alright, folks, gather round, because it seems Bronny James just gave us a masterclass in how not to make a good impression in front of a global audience. It wasn't exactly a champagne and caviar kind of night for young Bronny, as his summer league performance for the Lakers against the Spurs went viral for all the gloriously awful reasons. The Lakers actually pulled off a nail-biting 89-88 victory in the California Classic, thanks to some genuinely inspiring efforts from guys like Dalton Knecht, who dropped 25 points, like he was trying to earn a starting spot in next week's game, and Darius Bazley, 27 points, 13 rebounds, channeling his inner Wilt Chamberlain on a budget. But let's be real, nobody's hitting refresh on social media for their highlights. The box score lied. The uglier than expected highlights. The official stat line for Bronny read 2 points on 1-5 shooting and 3 turnovers in 15 minutes. Sounds pedestrian, right? But the actual game footage? Oh, the humanity. We're talking highlights so low they might qualify as bloopers from a rec league. Picture this. Bronny, wide open for a 3. Launches a shot that decides to take a scenic tour of the upper atmosphere before gracefully landing nowhere near the hoop. An airball. Okay, maybe a fluke, but then, not long after, he gets a seemingly easy layup at the rim, only to, you guessed it, serve up another airball. At that point, you have to wonder if the rim just put up a force field specifically for him. And for the grand finale, in an early drive, he managed to bounce the ball directly off his own leg for a turnover. It was less NBA guard and more toddler attempting to play with a beach ball. Honestly, the only thing missing was a laugh track. Deep dive. Was that just a summer fling with failure? Or a looming crisis? Bronny's performance could be interpreted in a couple of vastly different ways, depending on how much caffeine you've had this morning. The one-off dud theory. Let's not overreact. People. On one hand, hey, it's summer league. It's chaotic. It's unorganized, and sometimes, players just have an absolute stinker. Bronny has shown flashes of competence. He's had decent outings with the South Bay Lakers in the G League. And let's not forget that respectable 17-point performance in an NBA game against the Bucks back in March. So, maybe this was just a statistical anomaly. A fleeting moment of basketball amnesia. Perhaps he just ate a bad hot dog before the game. Or his phone ran out of battery, and he was completely discombobulated. We've all been there. Bronny, we've all been there. The stock falling faster than a Bitcoin in 2022, counterpoint. But then there's the other, colder reality. The Lakers have been making some serious moves this offseason, signing guys like Jake LaRavia and the recently acquired DeAndre Ayton. They're not messing around. And while Bronny was, shall we say, struggling with the basics, guys like Knecht and Bazley were actively standing out, putting on clinics and demonstrating why they deserve a roster spot in the cutthroat world of the NBA, especially for players fighting for a spot. You can't afford to shrink when others are shining. This performance could very well be a harsh indicator of whose stock is soaring and whose is taking a nosedive in Los Angeles. The King's Cloud. Bronny's performance amidst LeBron's Lakers drama. And here's where it gets even spicier. This uninspired showing from Bronny comes right on the heels of LeBron James opting into his massive $52.6 million player option. A move that oddly seems to have thrown his long-term future with the Lakers into even more jeopardy. There are whispers of a strained relationship between LeBron and the front office. And some insiders even suggest the King has been eyeing the exit for a while. So, is Bronny's pedestrian performance just bad timing? Or does it somehow tie into the larger narrative? While it's not a definitive nail in the coffin for his NBA career, it's certainly not doing him any favors in the pursuit of a guaranteed roster spot this season. The Lakers are clearly in win now mode with the addition of Luka Doncic, and every single player, regardless of their famous last name, needs to contribute. Perhaps Bronny just needs to put in some extra hours at the gym. Or maybe, just maybe, get a better pair of shoes that don't deflect the ball. Because in the NBA, talent will get you noticed. But consistent performance is what puts food on the table, and keeps you from going viral for all the wrong reasons. The pressure cooker just got a whole lot hotter for the James family in LA.